Hi everyone, and welcome to another video with me, Sammy from Aiyn Zahev Sounds. We're taking a look here at the P900 from Pulsar Modular. I do have another video on this, which is a sort of introduction, which is not what this is going to be. This is going to be just focusing on the voltage store and the MIDI clock. Two new modules which were added right about the time I was wrapping up the last video, and I really like what they have to offer here. So let's jump right into this. Now I want to use the output here to control the frequency of our oscillators. So let's plug this into the frequency input of the oscillator section here. Let's take a listen now. By the way, I'll just show you the MIDI that I've got. It's just basically there to trigger the synth, and there's no actual melody coming from the actual sequence that I've entered in. It just does that. But now you can see this red light here showing me which step we're on, so I can now begin to program the steps. And let's take our gate now, and what we're going to do is plug the gate into the shift parameter, and that's going to make each step shift with each gate signal. So if I plug this in now, hear the next step, and as I play my keyboard, it goes through. So I'm just going to play through this now and adjust it on the fly. So we've got a nice little sequence going there. That's one of the things I love about step sequencers, is just how much you can just listen to it repeat and repeat, and then just sort of follow it and see what melodies you begin to hear, and then just sort of look for those using the parameters. It's a very nice way of working. But of course you don't have as much immediate control as if you were just programming in MIDI. But anyway, let's take a look at some other features here. We can turn quantize off. If we do that, we'll get something, well, I don't know what we'll hear, but basically, as I've been moving these, they've all been tuned to actual musical steps. With quantize off though, that's not the case. Let's take a listen now. Sounds a little broken, but you can use this to great effect. If you want to program in something, say, like Arabic sounding, because that is going to take quite a bit of time of tweaking, and you can use the command control here to get really fine control. Then we also have scale, which basically doubles the output value, I expect, because we go from 3 volt to 6. So I'm going to go with this for now. Okay. I'm going to go with that. I like that. But what we're going to do is make this a fair bit more interesting here with the MIDI clock. You see we've got 3 divisions and a 1/4 output. And this just provides us with some different divisions that we can use, route them around the synth as we will. But what I'm going to do is patch this into reverse. This creates a really interesting sequence. Take a look at the lights and take a listen to the sequence now as you see it reverse at the 1/4 division. So it's now become much more complex than it was before, and it sounds like a much longer sequence, and it's really just a nice little usage of the MIDI clock here to trigger the reverse. Okay, so we can also use this for other things. For example, to plug it into the filter here. And we get a bit of filter modulation going as well. Now, there's a little bit of jaggedness to that, so what we're going to do is plug this into the glide module here, and this will basically smooth out the signal so we don't get those jagged edges, and it creates a nice sort of smooth filter modulation for us. So that's a lot funkier. Now, there's another cool thing we can do, of course. We can actually use the glide to control the frequency of the oscillators, but once I disconnect this, you'll see that we no longer step through our sequence. So this needs to be connected into something in the oscillator section for it to go through each step. So what I'm going to do is just plug it into the sync in because we're not using that. And now it works as expected. And I'm now going to plug the glide into the frequency instead. And we get this awesome, nice glide sound now. And so that's everything I wanted to show you in this video. It's just, of course, one usage. There are other ways we can use the step sequencer as well. I bet we could get this to interact with, say, oscillator frequency modulation and things like that. Be pretty cool as well. Just using it sort of as a step modulator rather than actually changing the pitch. But in any case, that's all I wanted to show you for this video, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another one. Take care.